Petitioners challenging the sale of the government's stake in Safaricom told the High Court that a secondary initial public offering would have been ideal as opposed to divestiture. This is because the petitioners are sharply opposed to the 15% stake going to a foreign shareholder, Vodacom Group PLC. NTV's Brian George Ocheno is back from the courtrooms with his explainer.
Once again, Safaricom share price valuation in the divestiture of government shares is under sharp scrutiny as petitioners, among them Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka, argue that the share price extended to Vodacom Group is highly undervalued. In their response, the High Court also heard from the respondents that the daily trading price actions will not in any way affect the purchase price, as fixed shares prices have been agreed upon for the divestiture.
And when it comes to pricing of a publicly listed company, and again Mr. Lempar told you about today's price, what he did not tell you was in the documentation filed before this court, it is shown that they took a volume-weighted average price over an extended period. Why is that significant? Because, my lords, it is naive to take a snapshot of 2 minutes of trading on the 29th of June and say that that is indicative of price.
The government and parent company Vodafone agreed to a divestiture share price of 34 shillings per share when selling the combined stakes in Safaricom PLC to Vodacom Group. The telco closed Monday trading session at 34.20 shillings, having traded over 12 million shares, according to the Nairobi Securities Exchange. The sale is also being sharply challenged on grounds of public participation, with petitioners arguing its sale is largely opaque.
All of this because national interest must be protected. We managed to stop the sale of the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport until President Ruto himself had to come out and say, stop it. I want to invite him to consider the same statement in view of the great interest in this matter.
The government's partial divestiture of its shareholding in Safaricom PLC is a 204.3 billion shillings or $1.576 billion transaction aimed at offloading a 15% stake to Vodacom Group. Suffice to note that the petition does not necessarily block the sale of Safaricom, as the Court of Appeal had earlier on lifted conservatory orders that had sought to bar the divestiture. High Court Judge Francis Muthuku will give a judgment date on Tuesday. Brian George Ocheno, NTV, Nairobi.